Who says bream can only be fished on the surface? No wonder you only catch small ones. Big bream hide near the bottom. Yesterday, a fellow angler approached me asking how to fish for bream in rivers, so I shared some of my experience. The conversation went well until we discussed bottom fishing versus surface fishing. My advice was to use one hook on the bottom and one hook suspended. If that's too troublesome, double hooks on the bottom or even running lead rigs work. The angler was confused because several fishing bloggers had told him, bream are best fished on the surface. I want to ask readers, do you think wild bream are better fished on the bottom or surface? Leave a comment after reading. Here's my take. My core view: bream can be fished on the surface or bottom, but there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on the environment and fish behavior. In unfamiliar waters with unknown fish conditions, use long leader lines and large hook spacing, one hook bottom, one suspended, to cover both layers. For beginners torn between surface and bottom fishing, I recommend bottom fishing. Even simple running lead rigs with a heavy sinker work great. When to fish bottom versus surface. Fish surface if fishing farmed bream, accustomed to feeding. Fishing in high-resource spots with abundant bream. Targeting small bream, use flying lead rigs. Start at 2 m depth like for pike, searching from surface to bottom. Fish bottom if fishing fully wild bream. Fishing in low-resource spots, risking skunks. Targeting large pot lid bream. Even when surface fishing, stay 10 to 20 centimeters off the bottom. I've tested leader lines from 1 m to over 2 m and hook spacing from 5 cm to 50 cm. Larger bream mostly take the lower hook. Maybe big bream are craftier, preferring to feed stealthily near the bottom. Float adjustment for one bottom/one suspended hook. Tune with corn. Adjust the float to show all segments above water. Add sinker. Wrap a small lead piece 5 to 10 centimeters above the hook on the long leader, heavy enough to pull the float under. Raise the float. When the float shows above water, the lower hook is on the bottom. I prefer 3 to 4 segments visible, but 5 to 6 segments also keep one hook bottomed and one suspended. Bait, nesting, and techniques. Standard method. Nest with tender corn. Fish with tender corn. Start with a few scoops, then replenish sparingly with a bait spoon, like for pike. Works for farmed bream or small, active fish, but switch tactics for low-resource spots or big fish. Heavy nesting, overnight. Use old corn, 10 to 20 gin, 5 to 10 kilograms, minimum. Many dislike this fish feeding approach, so try. Instant nesting. Use powdery baits to speed attraction. My recipe: distillers' grains and wheat bran and flour and rapeseed cake and corn, old corn if small fish are problematic for better nesting. Dump the nest in one go, then wait. Replenish with tender corn only after catching, or losing, a fish. This budget-friendly mix is versatile and won't kill the nest. Specialized nests, high risk, high reward. Some add cilantro, chopped or juiced, to wheat bran/flour nests, even using cilantro as bait. Others use chicken/duck liver/guts for nesting and bait, often outperforming neighbors. Note: these specialized baits are less universal. Expect either hot streaks or skunks. Have you caught big bream on the bottom? Share your tactics in the comments.